right, 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. It is time for Veterans News. Remember, today, Veterans News is a full hour, and there will be plenty of time for you to call in. Let me give you the number right now so you can call in when you feel the urge. The number is 352-622-9622. And sitting in the captain's chair today, Joe Martone. Good morning, Joe.
Good morning, Larry. Good morning, all veterans and people that support veterans. We appreciate you and your support. As you know, I am a part of the team here at WOCA, and we're proud to broadcast Veterans News every week at 9 a.m. and some extended programs like today that we're privileged to have the people from the VA clinic here to talk about a specific subject that they will elaborate on later, so we'll all know. I do not have a list of casualties, but everyone's heard the news, and it is sad, unfortunately. But if you would, Larry, just have a moment for that, and then we'll continue on in a way. Just bow your heads if you can, but not if you're driving.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
And welcome back. On that note, we shall continue on. Again, WOCA is proud to present Veterans News during AM Ocala Live and Hires Baxley. The Veterans News is brought to you by Hires Baxley Funeral Services and Highland Memorial Park. Hires Baxley's has had generations of families honor them with their trust and confidence. They believe it's because for the last 128 years, their team of caring professionals have established a reputation of serving families with excellence and compassion. Hires Baxley currently partners with the Boy Scouts of America, Troop Number 72, to properly dispose of decommissioned American flags. They are also a drop-off location for the program Cell Phones for Soldiers, helping to provide minutes that matter and helping heroes home. Hires Baxley is located at 910 East Silver Springs Boulevard in Ocala, or you can give them a call with any questions at 352-629-7171. 629-7171. Information can also be found at hiresbaxleys.com. And don't forget, Veterans News is also brought to you by Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens and Nursery, located at 2610 Southeast 38th Street in Ocala. When it comes to landscaping, Bob Wines has what you need. Everything from small plants to large trees, mulch, fertilize, and so much more. Bob Wines will even deliver, plant, and guarantee their trees. Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens and Nursery has been keeping you blooming since 1952. Give them a call, 352-629-5766. 352-629-5766. Bob Wines also honors our veterans by giving a 10% discount with proper identification. And that is important. Unfortunately, we have those people out there that shenanigans try to go on. Just a little bit here coming up on May 24th. Through the 28th, we're going to have the Veterans Vietnam Traveling Wall. We'll be at the Marion County Veterans Memorial Park right here in town at 2601 Southeast 4th King Street in Ocala. And it's going to be Friday is going to be opening ceremony. That's May 25th at 10 a.m. So join us as we pledge to keep the memories of those lost alive and honor their sacrifices. The park will also have displays of the UE helicopter, track vehicles, combat veterans memorial truck, the Nautilus sub-replica, other combat vehicles, visits from a Black Hawk, food truck. Got to have the food. Got to keep all that energy going, and other displays. There you go. If you have any questions, give Suzanne a call, 671-6847. 671-6847. Wondering why I repeat, Doc? Because people have their pencils out there in the segment, and so they write everything down. We have two guests, and their mics are live, I presume. Good. Larry, you can't hear Larry's head shake yes, but he said yes. Well, introduce yourselves to everyone, Doc.
Well, I'm Dr. Jose Torres, Chief Medical Officer of the Ocala CBOC, and with me today is Ms. Cecilia Malara, the nurse manager of the clinic.
Hello, good morning.
Don't just nod your head. You have to say yes. Good
Yes,
morning.
good morning.
That's it, yeah. Let me move your mic a little bit.
Okay, thank you.
So the topic today is going to be allergies. Ms. Malara received, Ms. Cici received a call yesterday or the day before from Mr. Hank requesting that if we can discuss or go over allergies in general. So we're going to discuss what is allergy and the different types and
How it gets stuck in your nostrils and the hairs do their thing and then it's all in there and all that, right?
yes.
That's how much. That's my extent. Now show yours. Go ahead.
Well, you just described the whole thing. We're done.
You're done. Yeah, right. Go a little more specific now. How many allergies are there? Are there?
Well, allergies, they're a condition related to the immune system. Mm-hmm. It's a stimulation of our immune system. And we have different type of allergies. We have the most common that everybody knows is food allergies, that it can be related to peanuts is one of the most
Peanut
common
butter. Yeah, I'm
ones.
glad I'm not allergic to that. I love to eat that.
So what that means is when the individual eat the substance, the body is going to recognize that as an enemy. So the body itself is going to try to fight that, releasing a substance, which is, or create an immunoglobulin. Histamine is involved, which is one of the indicators that triggers the response in the pathway of the immune response, activating the soldiers that are going to fight that allergen.
Allergy.
So
Is food poisoning an allergy?
no. That is an infection. Food poisoning means that the food is contaminated with a bacteria or a virus.
So that's not okay.
So
Hay fever. Everybody says, do you have hay fever?
hay
Growing up,
Okay.
myself and my dad, I mean, it would just knock you down. You know.
and we're gonna talk about hay fever as well. That's included.
God, it's on the list.
That's
Okay.
in the allergies.
Oh, all right. Well, for a moment, we're going to take a break already. It's 1:15.
All right.
Okay.
And we'll regroup and then come right back. Larry, it's all yours, my good man.
We'll be right back.
From the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Hi, this is Lisa McGinnis, editor of Ocala Magazine and host of Ocala Magazine Radio. Join me every Friday at 10 a.m. when we bring the pages of Ocala Magazine to life. There's only one Ocala Magazine and only one source for local news talk radio. Tune in Friday at 10 a.m. right here on 1370 a.m. and 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Automax Ocala. Compare nearly all makes and models. Honda, Toyota, Nissan, Kia, Ford, Chevy, Dodge. Go to AutomaxOcala.com right now. Every vehicle is clearly marked on the window with the low outlet price. No gimmicks, no commitments. This truly is your car shopping experience. Test drive Automax.com. Get 2.9% interest with no payment for 90 days with fast approval and credit approval. See dealer for details. That's Automax, corner of 17th and Easy Street. Quality cars at outlet prices.
Broadway's mega hit Mamma Mia is live on stage at Ocala Civic Theater May 17th through June 17th. ABBA favorites like Dancing Queen, Super Trooper, and Mamma Mia are all part of the fun musical about what happens when you surprise your mom by inviting all three men who might be your dad to your wedding. On sale now. 352-236-2274 or buy online at OcalaCivicTheater.com.
The crepe myrtles are rolling into Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala. Now Bob has crepe myrtles, prices starting as low as $2.99, all the way up to $39.99. And listen to the colors: pink, purple, peppermint, deep red just to start. Then there's black diamond and white and dark red. The colors are endless. And while you're there, check out the roses. More than you can imagine in one place. Colors that'll knock your eyes out, and prices start at just $17.99. Remember, Bob has everything else for that yard or garden, including his famous no-float pine straw mulch. Just $4.75 a bale when you buy 10 or more. Buy a gorgeous hanging basket, just $14.99, and get a second one for half price. Hurry, today's the day. Savings at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, Southeast 38th Street, Ocala, daily till 4:30. Saturdays till 3. Same blooming place since 1952.
And we're back. More veterans news. I'm getting educated back here about E. coli.
E. coli.
E. coli. And what it really is and how it on lettuce. We'll just go with the lettuce thing again.
Which is involved with food poisoning, not food allergy.
Yeah, food poisoning. Yes, yes. I thought for a minute you said foot poisoning. I went, wow. Yes, food poisoning. So that's a totally different subject for a different day. But off the air, it was interesting. I learned something new that I didn't know. Of course, I had it, so I was just curious of what it was way back when I experienced it. Oh, what a joy that was. So we're getting back to the allergies. And you were talking about the nasal allergies just then. So we'll go back to the mucus and all that. Go ahead.
Yes.
Is
So
that the right word, mucus?
Mucus, yes.
Mucus.
Very good.
Oh, or if you're on the street, snot. Okay, go ahead.
So besides food allergies, we have skin allergies, which is could be related to any chemical exposure to any substance around, and the skin is gonna manifest redness, itchiness, hives.
Poison ivy?
Poison ivy can cause
Now,
Skin irritation.
dermatitis.
bee stings, wasp stings,
That's an insect allergy.
but
Yes.
it's still an allergy.
Cockroach can cause allergies. You know the smell of the cockroach?
No, I haven't had the
stool.
opportunity. Thank goodness. Whoosh.
Yeah.
Cockroach smell. No, I
Yeah.
haven't had that. Really?
It's not the cockroach itself, it's the stool. The smell, the substance that are in the stool, that can cause allergies.
Well, ours don't smell sweet, so I guess the cockroaches won't smell sweet either.
Also, yeah,
Right?
Yeah, you heard latex allergies, which
Latex is from a plant. Am I correct? Latex itself from a plant. So in other words, it's a plant allergy, which
Well,
is latex
it's
allergy.
like latex is mainly the component that we have in the gloves
Okay.
or balloons
Oh, there you go. Okay.
and other products to prevent conception. Condoms.
Oh, yes.
So the powder of the allergy itself can cause skin irritation and allergy
Turn
too.
it red and what have you.
Dryness.
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 So the allergy will dry your skin will react to it'll become dry.
It can. You have hives, and if it's chronic exposure, like people that work in kitchens and they use latex gloves all the time, the skin get dry and cracked.
Oh, or for example, in the wintertime, sometimes your thumb the skin will crack. That's just because of dryness
Of
from
the weather.
atmosphere, from the weather.
From the weather.
What about? I'm going to jump a little bit. Shingles. What is that?
Now, shingles is an infection.
That's boy. See, because I figured it's on the skin. I was going with it, and I went the wrong direction again.
That's an infection
Okay.
That's an
caused by herpes zoster.
By what?
Herpes zoster.
Herpes?
Zoster.
Suster.
You have chicken pox
Yeah.
in a certain age, and the recurrence of the chicken pox is shingles.
So it stays dormant in your body.
I've had everything. Chicken pox, measles, German measles, whatever. I've had all of that. So I can particularly get
You can
Shingles.
get
Shingles, yeah. So did you get the
what triggers it.
What stress?
Oh, gee, I should have
hot
shingles.
weather. If it's too hot,
Really?
extremely stress conditions, fever, high temperature.
Really?
So did you get your shingles vaccine?
I don't remember. Oh, gee, another shot I got to get.
You get 2 shots this
I
time.
get 2 shots this time?
Yeah.
What was the other shot I missed?
No, it's shingles.
Oh, it's
the
shingles is a double
vaccine.
shot.
Mhm.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, we have now a new vaccine called Shingrix, and it's in 2 steps.
See, I get a shot, but it comes in a little glass. Anyway, go ahead. Continue on.
I like that too.
Right. Also, we have pet allergies, which
Oh, my
is to cats, dogs, animals, or include birds
And that's our skin reacting to that.
and airway.
And nose.
In case of the pets, the dandruff that some dogs and cats have can cause breathing issues and trigger breathing airway issues
Okay.
and skin issues too, or
Really?
both.
Or both. Aren't you lucky? Yeah.
Right. Drug allergies, which is another one of the common type of allergies. People say, "Oh, I'm allergic to this medicine or that medicine." Aspirin is one of the most common drugs that people has allergies.
Really?
Penicillin.
Wow.
We have a question that came in, Doc, a text question. With an oral or topical anesthetic, I guess help prevent
Antihistamine.
antihistamine, thank you. Help prevent a skin allergy like poison ivy.
If you know that you're going to be exposed to poison ivy, you can use as a prevention.
A prevention.
Yes.
Topical.
Or take a Benadryl before you get exposed.
Benadryl?
Or
Yeah.
loratadine or cetirizine.
Well, the first one I knew, the rest are way above my head. Now the last 2, those are prescription only.
No, they're
No.
over the counter.
Well, Benadryl is diphenhydramine, which, and cetirizine is Zyrtec,
Zyrtec.
Okay.
commercial,
All this we do
and
generic stuff.
loratadine is Claritin.
Okay.
So
But you could just go and get a generic brand rather than the brand name, quote unquote.
So the question, I found that interesting. So before you even get an allergic reaction, you could use it as a preventative?
Wow, prophylaxis.
I never heard that
If you
before.
know that you're going to be exposed, that's why,
Like when you cut in the grass, you might get
Uh-huh.
poison ivy or something.
yes, like people that know that they have allergies to grass, we have grass everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
So those type of patients, they need to take a pill every day before they go out. And you're not only allergic to one substance, you can be allergic to multiple substances.
So would the oral antihistamine work
Will help.
for a skin allergy? Or is it better to just, because I'm trying to think, how would you'd put it on your ankles, I guess? And
For a topical exposure,
Then topical
you just put the
ointments.
cream over the area that is affected.
That's why I see them cutting grass, they're wearing the masks and all that.
Yes, but the best way to avoid a skin reaction, if you know that you're going to be exposed to poison ivy, let's say,
Right.
just
Wear clothing.
don't get close to poison ivy if you know that.
yeah,
Well, that makes sense.
Or wear long sleeves, long pants.
Well, that makes sense.
that's a good idea.
Because they told me I'm wasps. If I get stung, I swell up. So they said if that happens, take Benadryl. because I got stung up here. I'm pointing, no one sees it. Near my eye, up above, and my whole face swelled up.
Oh, wow.
I almost lost my life. I mean, that's how close it was. First time I seen my doctor turn white with fright, and he gave me 2 shots, one in each arm. And then and then he says, if that ever happens again, Benadryl, like you're saying. And
Well, the first exposure usually is hard. The body reacts. The problem is when we are re-exposed to an agent that we know that we have allergy. And that can happen. Your throat can get swollen, that you can stop breathing, and you can pass out and die for a hypersensitivity reaction.
Wow.
And you do have a phone call coming in. If everybody puts their headsets on, you should be able to hear the caller. Good morning. Thank you for calling. You're on the air.
Hey, first, Joe, it's so nice to hear your voice again.
Nice to be heard.
You talked about the shingles vaccine. Now, I had the shingles maybe 4 years ago and got the shot. Should I get this new shot that is a 2-part shot?
Yeah.
I'm a vet. I just came from Steve.
Yes, sir. You will need to get revaccinated, but at this moment we are waiting for pharmacy to release the indication, and so we can start revaccinating the patients that already received the shingles shot.
Okay. Is it available in the public market? You know, my outside.
It's available, yes.
Okay, and I have one separate question. Often my pills from the VA, I have to cut them in half. And sometimes they're so small that they crumble or whatever. Can I get some pills like that outside? You know, you write a prescription or no?
I'm sorry, I didn't
What are
understand.
the pills for? What is your prescription?
Well, I don't know.
So no,
I got about
who prescribed them?
15 different pills. I can't tell you this right now while I'm driving.
Wow.
But my recommendation, I'm sorry, my recommendation will be about the pills if you call the clinic or your provider, and then we can discuss it then.
Yeah, one of them, if I remember, was atorvastatin. My clinic doctor cut my dosage in half, but it's not available through the VA. I believe it was atorvastatin. I think he cut it down to 20, or I don't remember, but I know I got to cut that pill every day.
Well, I think the best way to discuss the medication question is with your primary care. You can also contact the clinic and talk to the nurse, and she can review the list of medicines that you have and the options that we have available in the formulary as well.
All right. Well, good. Thank you so much for all you guys do for us, vets.
Thank you for always listening.
Yeah, thank you for the call. We got about 40 more minutes, then we're going to take a break. So seconds. I said minutes, didn't I? well, seconds. I stretched it. We're going to be on until 11 o'clock this morning.
We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Chris Foster. President Trump's Veterans Affairs Secretary nominee, White House Dr. Ronnie Jackson, is pulling out of consideration, accused of drinking on duty and creating a toxic work environment. President Trump tells Fox and Friends,
these are all false accusations that were made. These are false. They're trying to destroy a man.
No word who he might nominate next. He says about his meetings this week with the French President Emmanuel Macron and his support of the Iran nuclear deal.
I think we really came to recognize I can say it from my standpoint, but he is viewing, I believe, Iran a lot differently than he did before he walked into the Oval Office.
President Trump also again criticizing the Justice Department's handling of the Russia election meddling investigation, saying although he stayed out of it so far, he could change his mind. Asked how he would grade his presidency so far, the president tells Fox it's an A+. Fox News. We report, you decide.
Hey,
The place for color is Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, just as it has been for more than 66 years. Check the ad for Bob's specials in all kinds of color, like African violets, just $3.99, or lantana, just $4.99, or caladium, just $6.99. If that's not enough, then be sure to see this area's largest selection of crepe myrtle. More colors, more sizes, including the exotics, with prices starting as low as $2.99. And listen to this. Bob has Sun Hosta, regularly $12.99, just $9.99. And be sure to check inside their huge greenhouse, where you'll find savings of 10% to 20% on just about everything. Don't wait. Get there today. Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, Southeast 38th Street, Ocala, just off Lake Weir Avenue. Daily till 4:30, Saturdays till 3. The same blooming place since 1952.
Palm Garden announces Fast Track. Fast Track. Focused assessment, safe transition. When a new guest is admitted to Palm Garden, we start with the ABCs. A is the assessment to determine what the guest needs. B is for basic care, which is excellent nursing and therapy. And C is for consistency to provide what's needed throughout the stay. Fast Track. Palm Garden will get you home fast, really, really fast. Take a fast tour of Palm Garden, located at the corner of Southwest 27th Avenue and 34th Street.
Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. Our tractor services include bush hog, disking, front-end loader, box blade, and stump grinding. We also have zero-turn mowers for the smaller paddocks, aisleways, fence rows, and lawn care. Fence row spraying is also available for weed control. We are licensed and insured. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440, or online at powellgene, Gene, at yahoo.com. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing. Gene is a proud United States veteran.
Hooray for all the moms in our lives.
Right from the start, she was the one who nurtured you and supported you in every pursuit.
This year, you are going to cater to her.
Call Honey Baked Ham at 352-861-0011 and order all her favorites.
If it's just the two of you or the whole family, this is her day.
And Honey Baked Ham makes it easy for you to pamper mom.
Now call 352-861-0011.
Or stop by 2709 Southwest 27th Avenue behind Best Buy. In this moment, who has your back? Do you know the name of your insurance agent? Does your agent know your name? Or would you call a 1-800 number that connects you to who? Another state? Another country? Get a local independent insurance agent with Auto Owners Insurance. Someone you can call when bad stuff happens. In this moment, get an agent who will protect you in that moment. Visit George Mangan Insurance in Ocala today at manganinsurance.com.
All right, 27 minutes before 10 o'clock, 66 degrees. We have another half hour of veterans news for you. If you'd like to call in, the number is 352-622-9622. Let's return to Joe Martone and Veterans News.
We appreciate you, everyone, with the support. We appreciate the two special guests we have here this morning for gracing us with their presence and educating us. And remember, 622-9622, your calls are more than welcome. That's how we educate you. Just don't sit there, because I definitely don't have any of the answers. I just have all the questions that confuse them and conflict them a little bit. So let's turn it over to you, Doc. We're talking about allergies today.
We're talking about allergies, and one of the most common allergies that people, consult the doctor is the allergic rhinitis, which consists in runny nose, itchy eyes, dry mouth, sneezing, stuffy nose,
and
blockage.
That's not a cold, that's an allergy.
Cold and allergy in allergic rhinitis, they can go
hand in
hand.
So it turns into a cold if you have a fever. Otherwise, it's just a straight allergy, basically?
Yes. I
got one right. One for Joe.
So, and as you mentioned earlier, allergic rhinitis is commonly known as hay fever.
Oh, yeah.
So
been there many times.
When you hear the term allergic rhinitis and hay fever, they are the same.
Now, in my younger years, I had it bad. My dad had it bad up to a certain age, and then it went. Now, I haven't had an allergy, hay fever, in a long time. I'll sniffle once in a while, but I won't be like Niagara Falls, where you're tissue after tissue after tissue. I haven't had that in a long time. Does our body, and my body is building against it?
Well, your body, that means that you are not getting exposed to the allergen anymore. So whatever you were exposed during your younger years, you don't have it now.
So I moved from Connecticut. I went to North Carolina. It diminished. Now here I don't have it at all. So, so it is your environment. So your body does not. Once you have an allergy, you have an allergy for your life.
Yes. Okay. We have. It's like if you go back to Connecticut, just where the place you used to live, and they exposure agent still there. You're gonna start sneezing and feel runny and
at a certain time of the year only, though.
Yes, that's when we have seasonal allergies.
There we go.
And perennial allergies, which the seasonal allergies, they move with the season. So some people have allergies during the spring, others during summer.
With pollen in the air, when our cars turn yellow.
Yes.
That doesn't bother me. I know it doesn't bother my hay fevers. Washing the car all the time bothers me, but the hay fever does.
Yes.
So, go ahead.
I have a question based on one of our guests we've had on, actually more than one, have said that locally produced honey will protect you against some allergens.
Yes.
Is that right?
Really?
That's true.
And what is
because the bees transport the pollen from one flower to the other, the pollination.
So it gets in the honey?
It's in the honey. So it's not, it's a way to protect you for the next season.
Oh, sure.
I'll be danged.
So it's almost like a natural antihistamine, I guess.
Well, it's inoculation. That's the word. Inoculation means that you are putting the allergen in your body, so your body creates the antibodies and the defense.
I got
so
you.
when you get exposed,
you're
covered.
You had to talk about honey. Now I got to for honey now. Put a little honey on some waffles or.
But careful,
any bread, so.
careful diabetics. And careful, blood sugars.
Yeah. Sure,
because they can spike up.
I don't. I've cut out 99.9% of my soda, so I'm doing good on that. No
Very
bread.
good.
So back to the allergies, sir. I'll derail you quick, so I got to keep me on track.
So what triggers the hay fever? Outdoor allergens such as pollen, grass, trees, weeds. Those are outdoor. Indoor allergens, pet hair, dander, dust mites, and mold. And some irritants such as cigarette smoke.
I was just going to ask that. Cigarette smoke. Secondhand?
Yes. Cigarette smoke, perfume, and diesel exhaust or gasoline. The fumes of the,
Really?
But would those allergies be prevented with an antihistamine? With those particular types? Yeah.
Yes.
Really?
That's why.
Wow.
The antihistamine, what it does is block the receptor of the histamine. So the histamine is going to be floating around in the blood. But when that medicine is in the body, it's going to block the receptor, so the histamine is not going to work and start the allergic reaction in the body.
So are the symptoms of a cold basically your body having an allergic reaction to whatever's causing the cold?
The cold is basically related to a viral infection most of the time. So there's an immune response also involved. So histamine is part of that cascade of symptoms as well.
Wow.
All right, we do have a phone call. Good morning. Thank you for calling. You're on the air.
Yes, thank you. My grandson, 15 years old, is very active in the CAP, the Civil Air Patrol, and he's got aspirations after high school of going into the Air Force at this time. I know he suffers from allergies. I don't know the particularities of what allergies there is. I know he goes to an allergy doctor and takes medicine, and he had to get rid of the cat at one point. Is he going to have trouble getting into the service with an allergy problem?
Well, that will be. He need to be honest with the doctors during his medical assessment, and they will determine if he's eligible or not for the military. If
Yeah, we all know that, flat-footedness would keep you out of the Army at one time. I don't know if it still does or not, but I was just wondering that. I don't think they ever thought of, my son has ever thought about it for his boy in the future, if it would be a problem to go in the military. We certainly don't want to discourage him from not staying with the Civil Air Patrol because he won't eventually be able to get into the Air Force, but it's going to be kind of a situation I think I'm going to have to make him be aware of.
Yes, sir. That's correct, because as you know, in the military, you guys are exposed to a lot of substances, and if that can trigger a reaction on him, then that can be fatal.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to get a hold of. I talk to him on the weekends, my son, and he'll have to look into it. And I don't know what course of action he's going to take, but it's something that you certainly have to consider.
Yes.
Honesty is the best policy.
Yes.
Especially in there.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
No, thank you for the call. Those are the calls that are very, very interesting because it's the next generation coming up to become veterans.
Yes.
And your answer is very straight to the point, which honesty is the best policy, basically. It's because you're dealing with his life and then you're dealing with the protection of the United States.
And basically, if you don't say the truth,
it's going to come out anyway.
And yes, well, it's going to come out in a way that it's not going to be nice.
This is true.
As soon as you get exposed to something, and you don't mention that you have an allergy to this or this substance, and then in the middle of a training, because you go first to basic training, and
I remember basic training. So, speaking of allergies, when you go through basic training, you go through the tear gas room. And the tear gas room, that all your nostril, everything, it just flows right out when you walk out of there.
Wow.
So, with that said, again, whatever tear gas does, it reacts, like you're saying, but it only lasts until you breathe and then, get normal air in you and then it goes away. So that is a specific
trigger.
Catalyst?
Or trigger.
But like we mentioned before, some trigger factors and catalyst can be fatal, because the reaction can be, the body can overexpress. I don't know if you heard in the news, or not in the news, in the commercials when they're announcing medicine, if you have hypersensitivity or you have an allergic reaction, you should contact your medical provider and stop the medicine immediately.
Oh, yeah.
Hypersensitivity means that your body is overreacting, and that can be dangerous.
Okay. So
the body swells up, your airway closed. That's why some patients, they carry an EpiPen. Have you heard about EpiPen?
Right, I've heard about
that. Epinephrine pens. They are pen-like. They have epinephrine in it, which is a substance that helps to release or decrease the immune response.
Immediately, just about. Wow.
And they're rather expensive, aren't they, the EpiPens?
Yes.
Yeah.
But is your life worth it? Yeah.
How much? Insurances, they cover the EpiPens.
So how many should a person have with them at all times?
At least one.
At least one.
Especially if you have somebody allergic to something like peanuts.
At least
right?
one.
Yeah.
So that's why you should avoid, like, let's say that you are allergic to shellfish or shrimp. It's not recommended that you go to a seafood restaurant.
To get
or get exposed close to shrimp or shellfish or lobster, because you're going to have an allergic reaction.
Sure, makes sense.
And that's a food allergy. But some persons, just with the smell of the seafood, they can get.
Really?
Yeah.
Is the whole gluten-free trend because people are allergic to gluten, or is there something else that causes gluten to be a problem?
Gluten can cause a reaction in the body that start with increased bowel movements and diarrhea.
Oh, okay. You want to take a break?
Please do.
We will take a break and be right back. You are invited to call, by the way. The number is 622-9622. We're focusing on allergies today. If you would like to have the answer to a question you might have about allergies or about antihistamines, give us a call after the break in about 2 minutes. The number is 352-622-9622.
Broadway's mega hit Mamma Mia is live on stage at Ocala Civic Theater May 17th through June 17th. ABBA favorites like Dancing Queen, Super Trooper, and Mamma Mia are all part of the fun musical about what happens when you surprise your mom by inviting all three men who might be your dad to your wedding. On sale now. 352-236-2274 or buy online at okalacivictheater.com.
Automax Ocala. Compare nearly all makes and models. Honda, Toyota, Nissan, Kia, Ford, Chevy, Dodge. Go to AutomaxOcala.com right now. Every vehicle is clearly marked on the window with the low outlet price. No gimmicks, no commitments. This truly is your car shopping experience. Test drive Automax.com. Get 2.9% interest with no payment for 90 days with fast approval and credit approval. See dealer for details. That's Automax, corner of 17th and Easy Street. Quality cars at outlet prices.
Hi, this is Lisa McGinnis, editor of Ocala Magazine and host of Ocala Magazine Radio. Join me every Friday at 10 a.m. when we bring the pages of Ocala Magazine to life. There's only one Ocala Magazine and only one source for local news talk radio. Tune in Friday at 10 a.m. right here on 1370 a.m. and 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
We're back with Veterans News during AM Ocala Live. Once a week we're here between 9 and 9:30, except when we have some special guests, and today we have two of them from the VA clinic, and we're happy to have them here talking about allergies today, and prevention and common sense and medicines to take.
Yes.
So the veteran himself or herself, they're covered most likely if they come to the clinic and they tell you this is what's happening and their nose is running. What's the procedure basically?
So the procedure, the patient notify the team, the doctor in this case. The doctor will start treatment with medication. Cece's gonna discuss the treatments that we have or the treatments that we should follow. And after that, if the treatment is not working accordingly, which can happen. Sure. Like I have patients that they have chronic allergies or chronic rhinitis, which is they don't get better with the treatment. So that's when we proceed and refer the patient to a specialist, which is an allergist. And we don't have allergists in Gainesville, but we outsource the care. So we refer the patient to through community care, and the community care allergist that is located in town will see the patient.
Wow.
So Cece's gonna talk to you guys about some treatment options.
Yes, well, some of the treatment options we already mentioned before are the antihistamines, which would be the Benadryl, Loratadine, or Zyrtec, which is just over the counter.
Right.
But then again, with the antihistamine, like the Benadryl, it could cause you to be sleepy or drowsy. So we would recommend that if you take those, be cautious before you operate on machinery or even drive. See how your body reacts to it before you.
So is it better to take them at night and then sleep?
Yes. If you're taking Benadryl, it's better at nighttime.
Your body's relaxed and it's doing its. No, it's
working,
not doing other stuff. It's just fighting and using the medicine that's prescribed.
Yeah, so that'd be better.
And you wake up. Oh, it worked. Or, I need a specialist. Wait a minute. No.
So we have those, and then we also have some intranasal corticosteroids that you spray.
Thank you.
Or,
she says all these fancy words. I'm sitting there going, what?
I'm sorry, nasal sprays.
Nasal sprays. Thank you. Thank you.
They have the Flomax.
And all that. What have you? Yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry, not Flomax. Flonase. I'm sorry. Flonase.
Oh, jeez.
Or Nasacort, Nasonex.
Okay.
And all these prescriptions that are we can get these generic also, correct?
Those are over the counter.
Over the counter.
Okay.
But we have them in the formulary as well. So we can prescribe the medicine.
And then, of course, for those that are having runny nose, they can take some decongestants. And those are also over the counter. But people with high blood pressure has to be cautious. They have to, because some of the decongestant can cause blood pressure to go up.
Really? Oh, gee, so
Yes.
that's like a catch. Oh, you need this, but you got that. So what happens to that? Then what happens?
There are other decongestants that does not affect the blood pressure.
Ah, okay. So my, of course, being a layman, why don't you just use that one and forget the other one?
Well, because
You know, to me, common sense. Well, if it's no good because it brings your blood pressure up, why even bother? Because then you
but
put the
not
generic
everybody
one
has
on.
high blood pressure.
Yes.
Right.
Not everybody has high blood pressure, so they can take those.
Okay, and their blood pressure goes up, though, even though they don't have high blood pressure. Once they take it, their pressure will go up?
Not necessarily,
I don't know. I'm asking.
right? I don't think so.
Medications, allergy medications with a D at the end, like XD or whatever D.
The D.
That has the congestant in it that can increase the blood pressure.
Okay.
So those should be avoided in persons with high blood pressure. If you don't have a diagnosis of hypertension and you develop hypertension with that ingredient, you should avoid that as well because it's going to increase your blood pressure.
Wow. Okay.
So, like diphenhydramine, dextromethorphan can increase blood pressure. I don't know if you remember, they removed the
Sudafed.
Sudafed out of the over-the-counter because they're using Sudafed for other recreational things.
Yeah.
Well, one of the ingredients is a decongestant as well, and is used to make crystal meth. So that's part of.
It's unfortunate. Yeah.
Yes, it is. So medications that they were over the counter at one point now are behind the counter again, but you don't need a prescription to get Sudafed. The pharmacist can. You show your driver's license, and then you ask for the medicine, and they just write your name and get your information.
So no, it's traceable.
Yes.
Who took it, why, and all this.
And there are medications for patients with high blood pressure available also in the market that they should contact and talk to the pharmacist about those specific brands that are available for high blood pressure persons.
Wow. On a slightly different note, because we're into the allergies and allergy season, quote unquote, is happening. How are we doing on our patient per doctor load at the clinic? Has it increased? Are we doing all right? In other words, are we getting more veterans signing up like they should?
We do. Every week we have more veterans signing up, moving from up north.
Sounds you like you're getting a little.
Yes,
allergies or a cold?
Allergies.
Thank goodness. Now I can get
just to match the topic, right?
Yeah, perfect. Again, you have an allergy and you got the dose a little bit, but it's not contagious to me.
No. It's not.
In any way,
My allergies are basically related to pollen and.
I have a mold allergy question. When you hear about mold that's in somebody's house, a lot of times the solution is more about the house than your body. Is there? I mean, have you ever come across that where somebody comes in and they say, "I have an allergy," and you figured out that it's
the mold,
something in the house? Yeah.
Then the house need to be cleaned very well. Especially the AC. Check the AC unit.
I would think, yeah.
The carpets. If the carpets are old, they need to be replaced, removed, and changed. Preferred, if you can afford it, of course, so change the floor to a non-carpet floor.
Yeah.
Wow.
To avoid, because the carpet retains a lot of dust.
Oh, it does for sure.
Humidity.
And is there formaldehyde in the carpet or in the walls, like of a new home?
No, I don't think so.
I don't know.
No,
that's old stuff. Yeah, that's yeah.
So but that is something I've heard people are allergic to. Like when you move into a new house, the allergies pick up because everything's new and there's something in the new stuff.
Then you air it out.
The construction dust can cause allergies.
Oh, the glues, you mean?
The debris, when you're building a home and that construction dust, that can cause allergies as well. And that's why you should change the filter at least every 2 weeks or every month, depending how bad it is.
So 2 weeks to start, and then as
You
it
can prolong.
as it gets out better and better and better. Yeah, I was just thinking, Larry, that's good because when you do new construction, you put new glue up to hold this and the tiles and everything. So all that is chemicals mixing in the air.
Yeah.
Also, probably what he's referring to is the smell of the new house smell.
Like a new car smell kind of thing? Oh, it's a new house?
That can trigger that because that comes out of the vents. So that is basically part of
Inhaling it.
That's why we covered our vents here when we were building this place. We were covering the vents so it wouldn't suck it up and then
Slow it back down.
right throw it back down. But oh my goodness, I'm out of questions right now for these guys. You know, we're almost at the top of the hour. We don't have any calls right now. So hit your page there, Doc, and see what else we talk about allergies and
Can I have one little question? Are there any things that we call allergies that are really not? And I have a silly example, but maybe there's something more serious. Maybe somebody comes to you, like let's say somebody says I'm allergic to homework. Well, that doesn't make sense, right?
No,
right? But do you ever have somebody who seriously believes they're allergic to like their wife or something like that?
Well, hey now, yo.
Have you ever heard? I mean, have you ever heard that?
When you said I'm allergic to homework, it's I don't want to do it.
I said the paper, so I was,
But I mean, have you ever had somebody coming into and they seriously believe that what's causing their problem is something that couldn't possibly be the problem?
That can happen, sort of, yes. Because remember, each body has different chemicals and substances, and basically we are a foreign body to each other. So if our chemistry does not combine well, you can have certain reaction in certain places. That can happen.
Yeah, I know, like at the Civic Theater, for example, Robin goes all the time, and there used to be a gentleman who would ask her not to wear perfume because he was allergic to it.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's common.
That's very common.
That's common.
Yes.
And that's a real allergy, right?
Yes, persons are hypersensitive to smell, to perfumes, and that's the one that we discussed, that the fume ones, which is chemicals, perfumes, and such.
So if let's say you went to an elevator, and this person was next to you, and it was like, all over you, and you're, and then you feel yourself, and your nostrils, and you're ready to start going for your hanky. Then you walk out of that elevator. How long would that stay with you?
Well, if it's pretty bad, you need to go to get medical attention right away. Because you're not breathing.
Right. Okay, but she or he had that perfume on them, or cologne, which is a male perfume, and they walk out. So the the agitator is gone. How long can your system, in other words, you start breathing normal air? Will it kind of?
It can take a few hours.
A few hours. Okay.
Because you are making your body to send a signal. Like, I am having a substance that is not good for me, so let me react to it.
All right, and on that note, we're about done. The hour flies by. I really do. I do appreciate you from the bottom of my heart for coming in here and educating us and coming in once a month, taking your time to do this for all the veterans out there and the people that support the veterans. And as we always say, thank you for listening, and God bless America.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Chris Foster. White House Dr. Ronnie Jackson has dropped out of consideration as Veterans Affairs Secretary, citing what he calls false allegations of excessive drinking on duty and